Thanks for visiting our channel again. Linda Gray, the force behind this legendary part, was a phenomenally successful actress and director in addition to creating the unique character of Sue Ellen, attaining the status of an enduring emblem of American television. But there's a heartbreaking tale of hardship, strain, and isolation beneath all the glitter and gloss. Linda battled to reimagine herself while ensnared in a loveless marriage that prevented her from pursuing her acting goals. Dallas was more than simply a chance meeting. It was a savior who helped her overcome prejudice and establish herself in a fiercely competitive field. How Linda Gray's life actually unfolded. Where is she now, after all the ups and downs she endured throughout her illustrious career in show business? Tell me about her day. Many hidden facets of Linda Gray's journey are revealed in this video, which fans of her work will love. Childhood and teenage years. Linda Gray came from a modest yet loving family in Santa Monica, California, and was born on September 12, 1940. As a result of his careful work as a watch repairman, Leslie Gray taught his daughter the importance of being patient and diligent. The traditionalist in her mother instilled in her daughter the value of a woman's place in the home and the significance of her responsibilities there. Because of these principles, Linda is a responsible and ambitious person who wants more out of life than what she finds in the average person. Culver City was the center of the movie business when Linda was growing up, and the little town was famous for its big studios. Living in Culver City was all about tradition and practicality, even though it was close to Hollywood. The village provided Linda with a sense of security and peace, but it also seemed limiting. Is being a wife, mother, and fitting in with a family the only purpose of life? She thought about it constantly. Linda, who was naturally reserved, took delight in the mundane activities of daily life. From assisting her parents at their watch repair company to taking part in school plays, she started to cultivate her desire to escape constraints and seek a different path in life. She recalled how, as a little girl, she used to sit outside her family's store and people watch. I wondered if their lives resembled the storylines she aspired to be a part of, the ones portrayed in the films produced in the adjacent studios. Aside from developing a strong work ethic and sensitivity, Linda's idyllic childhood in Culver City sparked a desire to alter her fate. She told the story of how she had always felt a bigger calling on her life, but that in order to reach it, she had to fight tooth and nail. The dreams that Linda Gray had as a child in Culver City laid the groundwork for her eventual success in show business. She started out as a model, a career directly tied to the spotlight she had always desired, when her ambition of becoming an actress appeared unattainable. Linda was a household name in the 1960s thanks to her appearances in over 400 ads for various companies and products, including cosmetics, clothing, and more. She became the embodiment of the modern lady due to her stunning good looks, graceful personality, and self-assured composure. Powerful, self-reliant, and charmingly endearing. But Linda wasn't satisfied to end it there. She quietly pursued more possibilities because of her passion for acting. In 1963, she made her big screen debut in two little parts, Palm Springs Weekend and Under the Yum Yum Tree. Although these appearances were brief, they offered Linda her first taste of the film industry and provided her the confidence to pursue prominent roles in the future. Linda knew she couldn't get by on her good looks alone, so she had to seize any chance, no matter how little, to showcase her abilities in the early stages of her career. This required a combination of patience and dogged persistence. When Linda made the leap from fashion modeling to professional acting in 1974, things started to change. Starring roles in hit TV shows include McCloud, Switch, and Marcus Welby, MD. Even though these parts were short-lived, Linda learned a lot and got great experience from them. In order to amass a diverse acting resume, she eagerly took on roles ranging from doctors to supporting characters in crime dramas. But 1977, when Linda played Linda Merkland on All That Glitters, was the year that really turned things around for Linda. This was not your average part. The show introduced the first transgender character to have a recurrent role in American television. Her portrayal of Linda Merkland was a watershed moment in her career, but it was also a watershed moment for the entertainment industry as a whole, marking the beginning of television's embracing of diversity and representation. Linda brought a level of nuance and humanity to the role that few performers of her time were prepared to do. But All That Glitter's popularity didn't last. Because it failed to live up to the producer's expectations, the show was canceled after only 13 weeks. Again, Linda's professional future was clouded by doubt, but she was unyielding. She once claimed that you can learn from every mistake. She learned from her mistake that in order to succeed in the industry, she had to hone her distinctive approach and principles. For women in Hollywood beyond their 20s, the 1970s were an exceptionally tough decade. Linda, who was already in her 30s, had to deal with the age bias that existed in an industry that valued younger actors and actresses. The difficulties she encountered were heightened by this subtle but widespread bias, but she used them as fuel to show her value. She said it before, "Who will prove it to them if I don't?" The emotional and mental strains of juggling work and personal life were a double-edged sword for Linda at this time. She was honest about how the pressures of the entertainment industry made her feel alone and doubt her value. However, rather than succumbing, channeled these challenges into perseverance. Linda couldn't stop looking for ways to advance her profession, and it wasn't just in her acting assignments. She realized that being successful in this field needed more than just natural skill. It also necessitated grabbing every chance that came her way. That is why she was always polite and accepted every offer, given that it provided her with an opportunity to gain knowledge. Career high point. Linda Gray's 1978 casting as Dallas's Sue Ellen Shepherd Ewing was a watershed moment in her successful acting career. Linda went from being a little-known actress to becoming a legendary character in American television thanks to Dallas, which became a worldwide cultural phenomenon and revolved around the influential Ewing family in the oil business. Playing Sue Ellen was a huge chance for Linda's career, but it was also a formidable challenge that required her to explore the character's most nuanced emotions. While in Dallas, Sue Ellen's role extended beyond that of JR's wife. The iconic antagonist of the show, Ewing, is also a complicated woman who, after suffering her husband's deception and betrayal, turned to alcohol to dull the agony. Linda brought an unusual depth to the role, conveying everything from the anguish in Sue Ellen's eyes through her violent outbursts of fury and her desire for independence and genuine love. Thanks to Linda's nuanced and convincing performance, viewers could relate and were enthralled by her character. Being Sue Ellen was like discovering a hidden side of her, she said once. Playing Sue Ellen for more than 38 episodes was certainly no walk in the park, particularly when real-life people started equating Linda with her persona. Linda was under tremendous strain. Media reports said that Linda, similar to Sue Ellen, battled alcoholism, which further added to her emotional load. Regardless, she was determined not to let miscommunication derail her goals. Everyone is free to think as they like. But I know I'm telling an important story about women trapped in pain and dependency, she said. The role of Sue Ellen not only brought Linda fame, but also opened doors to numerous major opportunities. She received 2 Golden Globe nominations and a prestigious Emmy nomination, along with international accolades such as Germany's Bambi Award and Italy's Il Gatto Award. In 1982, Linda was named Woman of the Year by the Hollywood Radio and Television Society. Sue Ellen's success cemented Linda as a cultural icon of the 1980s, embodying the image of a strong yet deeply wounded woman. Beyond her role as an actress, Linda also ventured into directing. In an industry where women were rarely given opportunities to lead, she directed several episodes of Dallas, including the series finale. This not only showcased Linda's versatility, but also solidified her position as a pioneer for women in leadership roles within the entertainment industry. She once said, after Dallas, Linda expanded her career by taking on new projects, proving she was not confined to a single role. In the series Melrose Place and its spin-off Models Incorporated, portrayed Hillary Michaels, a sharp and powerful modeling agency executive. This role marked a complete departure from the image of Sue Ellen, allowing Linda to showcase a new side of herself. Decisive, bold, and authoritative. Beyond television, Linda also made her mark on stage. In 2001, she took on the role of Mrs. Robinson in the West End production of The Graduate, a significant milestone in her career. This was the first time Linda fully embodied a character whose iconic legs had graced the poster of the 1967 film of the same name. The role garnered positive reviews and reaffirmed Linda's status as a versatile artist, unbound by any medium. She did not shy away from independent films either. where she explored deeply layered and authentic characters. In Reflections of a Life, 2006, Linda played the best friend of a woman undergoing breast cancer treatment, a role that required both empathy and nuanced acting. Projects like Expecting Mary and Hidden Moon further demonstrated that Linda was always ready to embrace new challenges, regardless of the stage in her career. Personal life beneath the dazzling glow of her successful career. Linda Gray's personal life was a tapestry of contradictions, loss, and heart-wrenching decisions. Her 21-year marriage to Ed Thrasher, a talented art director, was a vivid testament to the conflict between personal dreams and family responsibilities. At first, their life seemed idyllic, building a home together in Santa Clarita, where Ed pursued his dream of being a cowboy with a ranch full of horses and chickens. But for Linda, this was not the life she envisioned for herself. Linda once revealed that she felt imprisoned in her husband's dream. When she expressed her desire to pursue an acting career, Ed responded with a blunt rejection. "You can become an actress when the kids are in college." Those words not only disappointed Linda, but also made her feel as though her true self was being denied. While Ed reveled in the life he had always wanted, Linda wrestled with the sense that her aspirations were being ignored. "I always wondered, is this all there is to life? I'm living his dream, but what about mine?" She confided. The opportunity to join Dallas in 1978 marked a turning point not only in Linda's career, but also in her personal life. She realized she could no longer live in a state of confinement. Her decision to divorce in 1983 was a painful yet necessary step toward reclaiming herself. "Divorce is never easy, but I knew that if I didn't go through with it, I would lose myself forever," she shared. Leaving a loveless marriage, Linda set out to live authentically, despite knowing she would face significant challenges ahead. However, her new life was not without difficulties. The years of success with Dallas were also marked by persistent rumors about her romantic relationships with co-stars. Although these stories were never confirmed, they added considerable pressure to her life. Linda chose to remain silent, focusing instead on her work and personal life rather than addressing the speculation. "I learned to ignore what people say. In the end, what matters most is that I know who I am," she asserted. The pressure in Linda Gray's life didn't stem only from rumors, but also from legal challenges related to her real estate. Owning valuable properties such as the 2.5-acre ranch in Santa Clarita or a villa in Los Angeles occasionally brought minor legal issues that left Linda exhausted. Success brings many wonderful things, but it also comes with responsibilities you sometimes don't anticipate, she shared. During such times, Linda often turned to the stage or film projects as a way to alleviate stress and remain steadfast in her passion for the arts. Beyond the struggles in her marriage, Linda also endured the heartbreaking loss of her younger sister. In 1989, her sister Betty passed away from breast cancer. Linda has described this loss as not only a profound shock, but also a poignant reminder of the fragility and value of life and family. However, the greatest challenge of Linda's life came in 2020 when her son, Jeff Thrasher, passed away from leukemia at the age of 56. This was an incomparable pain. Jeff was not only a son Linda was immensely proud of, but also a companion in her life. "Losing Jeff felt like losing a part of myself forever," she expressed. Jeff had been a creative and energetic individual, leaving his mark on numerous projects he worked on. His passing was a tremendous loss for both his family and all who knew him. Despite her grief, Linda found a way to carry on. She devoted time to her family, particularly her two grandsons, who became a source of comfort and hope. "Life throws things at us that we can't control, but I've always believed that love and cherishing family are what help us get through it all," she said. The years after Linda's marriage were an emotional journey. From fighting to reclaim control over her life, facing the pressures of work and the loneliness as her career slowed, to the pain of losing her sister and son, her story is a testament to resilience. It exemplifies the ability to overcome adversity while continuing to live with passion and belief. Linda Gray is not only an icon on the small screen, but also a symbol of strength in personal life. What do you think of Linda Gray's fight to break free from a loveless marriage and reclaim her freedom to pursue her dreams? Was she selfish for prioritizing her career over family responsibilities? Or was this a courageous act of self-preservation, legacy, and influence? Linda Gray is not only a talented actress, but also a symbol of resilience and determination to overcome all boundaries. Her contributions to art and society have shaped the image of the modern woman strong, compassionate, and unwavering in her fight to make a difference. As a United Nations Goodwill Ambassador from 1997 to 2007, Linda actively participated in global awareness campaigns. She used her influence to support meaningful projects such as Meals on Wheels, which delivers meals to individuals unable to care for themselves, and Alzheimer's research programs, addressing a disease that had taken loved ones from her own family. One particularly touching moment occurred when she personally delivered meals to seniors through Meals on Wheels. A woman expressed her gratitude, saying, "Additionally, Linda has been deeply involved in organizations that support women overcoming hardships. Through reintegration centers, she has helped provide housing, vocational training, and emotional support, enabling many women to regain confidence and direction in their lives." She firmly believes empowering one woman doesn't just change her life, it helps build a better society. In the arts, Linda broke stereotypes about gender and age, especially as she entered middle age, a period when women in entertainment were often sidelined. She continued to prove her worth through bold and diverse roles while also venturing into directing, a field largely dominated by men at the time. Age doesn't diminish your ability. Instead, it makes you understand the stories you want to tell even more deeply, she once remarked. Linda's contributions extend beyond her charitable efforts and on-screen roles. She stands as a symbol of perseverance and reinvention, inspiring not only audiences, but also generations of female actors striving to assert themselves in a challenging industry. Linda Gray has left an indelible legacy, from her emotionally charged portrayal of Sue Ellen on screen to her compassionate heart in real life. She has shown that true strength lies not in glamour, but in using fame to bring meaningful value to society. Current life. At 84 years old, Linda Gray leads a life of freedom, tranquility, and purpose at her 2.5-acre ranch in Santa Clarita, California. Designed by renowned architect A. Quincy Jones, the home seamlessly blends modern design with expansive natural surroundings. With its horse stables, tennis court, large swimming pool, lush gardens, and koi pond, the property serves not only as a retreat, but also as a symbol of the independence she spent her life fighting to achieve. This home has witnessed many phases of Linda's life, from her time with ex-husband Ed Thrasher to becoming her private sanctuary for renewal and peace. In 2018, Linda decided to list the property for nearly $3 million. After failing to find a buyer, she relisted in 2022 at the same price. The decision was not merely financial, but also reflected her desire to reduce the responsibilities of managing such a large estate and to find a more fitting space for this stage of her life. "I think it's time for this home to bring joy and inspiration to someone else," she shared. Beyond her peaceful haven, maintains a strong connection with her fans through social media. With 53.3 thousand followers on Instagram, 48.9 thousand on Twitter, and 58,000 on Facebook, she regularly shares snapshots of her daily life and cherished memories from her career. A recent Instagram post, where she shared a photo of herself in her garden with the message, "Always cherish what you have," garnered thousands of likes and comments from fans. "Social media is a way for me to keep telling my story and listen to other stories," she said. Thanks to her prosperous work and astute financial planning, Linda has amassed a net worth of almost $12 million. The independence and calm that Linda has won over years of struggles and victories are more valuable to her than any amount of money she has in the bank. Linda Gray is currently living a life of simplicity, which brings her joy and serves as an encouragement to everyone around her. She may no longer be in the limelight, but she is still an inspiration because she has shown that being true to oneself and sharing one's principles with the world can lead to pleasure. A living example of the transformative power of passion and drive, Linda Gray rose from her humble beginnings as a timid Santa Monica girl to become a television icon around the world. Her determination to follow her heart and pursue her passions has not only made an unforgettable impression on Hollywood, but it has also served as an inspiration to many. Linda Gray is an inspiration because she shows that everything is possible if you keep at it. Which aspect of Linda Gray's narrative struck a chord with you? She defies prejudices, overcomes personal hardships, and rises above it all. To continue the discussion, please share your opinions in the space provided. If you enjoyed this uplifting story and would like to see more like it, subscribe to the channel and never miss an episode with legendary Hollywood actors and actresses. Looking forward to seeing you in our upcoming video.